Hi guys, so I'm having a few issues with sound. I'm hopefully this is coming through on the webcam. I'm really not too sure because unfortunately my computer's not even playing sounds, so I can't hear anything. Yeah, nothing seems to be working, which is a bit of a pain. So guys, if you can hear me, let me know in the descriptions, because obviously you say I can't even, my PC's not playing any music or anything. Let's say I've kind of run out. So okay, I've run out of things to do. I've done the usual, turn things on and off, but say unfortunately, even my PC, I can't play. Well, I can't play any music basically. So it's a right pain. Yeah. So the sound quality might not be as good as it normally is, because normally I go through my microphone, but unfortunately for some reason that's just not playing ball. Try the usual, turn it off, turn it on again, reset the PC, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's not working. And say for some reason my PC is only working or playing through my little earbuds, even though I've turned the Bluetooth off, so it shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Just still having a few little checks. So I want to try and get this work properly, because obviously it will sound better, and the fact that I can't hear anything is a pain. Yeah, no, I haven't got a clue what's going on. Right, but let's just get into it, because I really want to I want to do some work on this, because I haven't worked on this for about a week or so. So right, let's see, what am I doing? Okay, it's been a while. God, it's only been like a week and a bit since I've done a live stream, and I'm having problems working out which buttons to push. Oh, there we go. Hello. We'll do the other one there. Cool. Right, yeah, so again, I haven't got a clue how well or not you're hearing me, because my PC's not playing any sounds, so I can't hear anything. And so my microphone isn't working for some reason, so I'm currently going off the webcam, which I know obviously does work, but I know the quality isn't as good as obviously when I'm talking through my microphone. But hey ho, I'm here, you're here, this is here. And I've got lots of sprue goo and panels and bits and pieces, so I want to try and get quite a bit done. I'm going to work to the underneath this morning, just because I want to get the underneath done this morning, because then I can leave it overnight, turn it back upside down, or the right way around, and then tomorrow I can work on the top bit. My plan kind of is to get most of the body sort of done this week. Don't hold me to that obviously, but that's my plan, is to get the body of this done this week, so then I can leave it sort of like 4 or 5 days or whatever, and then next week I can give it a good old sanding. I did have a little go the other day. Again, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. Just a light sanding with my hand, and it seemed to work all right. But obviously my plan is to get a little hand sander and go over it, because I really want to like smooth it lots. So doing it by hand will take me forever, which I am happy to have a go at doing. But if I can, initially I want to do what areas I can with one of those little hand sanders, and then go over it with like by hand, and then basically any gaps, refill them, wait, sand them. So yes, so I can't see any reason why I can't get this pretty smooth basically. Right, but I have a little shout out who's here. So the only problem I have got though is because I've got no sound. It is obviously quiet. It's just me. And yeah, I don't like it when it's just me. I like to have some background sound. But I say, I don't know why I'm getting no sound. Again, usual thing, technology is great. When it works, it's fantastic. But when it doesn't, it's like, there's only so many buttons I know which to push, and so many times that you can actually turn something on and off again. Right, anyway, it's a little shout out. See who's here. We've got Commander Pancake. Oh, I've not seen that name before, I don't think. I like that name, that's cool. Staying awake was worth to see the stream. Awesome. Cybermat, Aisha, good to have you here, Aisha. Hope you're feeling okay this morning. Melvin, Rice Hard, Steve, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, no music though. The right Cybermat is, yeah, no music. Mark Bolan is here. Blue Midget Panda. Cool name. Matty. Glorious Grunt. Yeah, there's definitely some new names there. And yeah, some good fun ones. Right, I'm going to have one more quick go about the music because otherwise it's going to be very difficult for me streaming having no sound. So normally when I'm working on something, I have music at least, or I'm watching a video or Netflix, or I have something kind of on in the background. But say to have nothing is just going to be a killer. But say I don't know why, because I was using my earbuds last night and it's working on those. But I've just turned the Bluetooth off, which you'd think would turn these off, and put it back onto normal speaker, but it doesn't seem to have. I say, because otherwise it's just too quiet, man. Too quiet. Yeah, so the speakers definitely aren't working now, which is kind of good because I say even though they were in their little pod thingy that charges them, the sound was still going through them, which was a bit bizarre. Morning, Converton. Good to have you here. Good to have you all here. Morning, Lady Safine. Good to have you here. Yeah, all loud and clear. Matt is looking good. Yeah, so I haven't done anything for about a week or so on this. Main reason because I kind of got a bit behind on my wedding editing, and I really needed to concentrate and get some weddings out, obviously. So yes, I was doing that. Didn't obviously get a chance to do this, and obviously the week before that it was half term. So kids were off. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'll go back to the music in a minute because I haven't got a clue what to do now. I've done everything I think I can do to get the music to work. It's not. So say we're going to work on the underneath. I did a little bit last night. Not a lot. As you can see, I've had to move everything off my desk just because there is no room now. So the only bit I did last night, was a couple of my big panels. That was coming off a bit. Just basically glued them on, just so they would be nice and solid this morning, so I can start cutting into them and then basically filling the gaps. So that's basically what I'm going to do this morning. Is I've got those of sort of the thin panels that I normally make, and I'm going to put those obviously in all these gaps, and then put a little bit of a layer of sprue goo over the whole lot, and then say yeah, leave that sort of obviously tonight. So then tomorrow I can flip it back over and do some more to the top, basically. But yeah. So that's why there's not a lot to do, but there's lots of fiddly little bits. That's why I say I'm hoping to get the rest of it done this week, just so next week it can be ready for sanding. Obviously, so this was only sort of stuck last night, and it's already come apart. That's not too bad. So once I get the sprue goo over this, again, sprue goo is a great filler and a great kind of glue. So it will certainly, once it's on this, it will certainly keep everything where it's meant to be. Right, we'll do a bit of glue. We'll hold it for a second. If that doesn't work, what I have done in the parts of the corners is usually I like UV resin. Again, this is, I love using this, but I use it as a glue. Just to obviously you put a little bit on, get the little torch, and obviously it dries and hardens immediately. So sometimes it's really good to use. I kind of use that sometimes with glue. So I'll put this in the corners and then keep it in place and then glue it as well. Just because this is quite expensive and you wouldn't use a lot of this as a glue. But a little bit here and there is quite cool. Squism Wizard, cool name. Man is looking good. Cheers, buddy. Are you and Stephen visible? I'm lost. Or you talking to someone else? I don't know. Anyway, that's this, because I've said morning to you both. Yeah, so I've made up loads of panels. And one thing I have noticed, guys, because I did mention this I think a few times ago that I wasn't too sure. Again, it's getting colder in the UK, obviously, well it's cold anyway. And I always have my windows open, so it's quite cold where I'm working, hence the reason I've got my little fleece on. These dry very, very quick when it's cold. Because they dry very quick, they all wrinkle. Again, if you've seen quite a few of my videos where I make the flat panels, I do talk about the fact of normally when I roll these panels out, I would say 7 out of 10 panels nice and smooth, or pretty smooth, and then sort of 3 out of 10 turn out to be looking like this, sort of like animal bark skin. So I've now realised that it's because it's cold. Say this stuff dries quicker, or the acetone evaporates quicker. So because it goes so quick, it makes these crinkle up. So yeah, if you want to get smooth panels, let them dry in a hot place. Well, not hot, but a warm area. As opposed to, say, this is an old one. But yeah, this is, say, nice and relatively thin, smooth and good. And obviously this one dried in a hot place, because this one I probably had since the summer. And this one dried a few days ago, dried really quick and obviously crinkly. But say, for what I'm using it for, doesn't matter, because literally everything I use is going to have some sprue goo put over the top and be sanded. So that is fine. Oh. Steve's got no sound either. Again, honestly, it's too quiet. I mean, I can just about hear cars outside. But yeah. Blue Midget Panda, how long have I known about sprue goo? I don't know. I guess my first video where I used sprue goo has got to be about 10-12 months ago. I sort of stumbled across it. I think, again, I don't know who. I saw a channel, and he put. I think he put it with. He didn't put it with acetone. I think he put it with the cement glue. Someone put some sprues in cement glue and turned it into. Well, he was using it as a filler for whatever he was building. I think it's figures or something. But yeah, he put sprue glue into this cement glue and made it into a filler and used it to like fill little cracks in, well, whatever he was building. And it was his video I saw, and then I saw that this stuff and acetone are the same or similar. So yes, I put some in acetone, and again I was using it as a filler to begin with, but then I built the Great Unclean one, and then I kind of worked out or realised that it's good as a filler, obviously, but it can be used for whatever you kind of want it to be. So yeah, that's kind of when I got into the sprue goo. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've done quite a lot of chatting now, so I want to get crack on and do some stuff. What I'm going to do, any questions you want to ask me, if you put @miniaturehobbyist in your comment, so it comes up on my screen in orange, just because it's difficult for me to read every comment, especially when I'm working on this, because then I'll miss comments. So if you've got a question directed at me, put @miniaturehobbyist in your comment, and it'll highlight it on my screen. There are a lot of questions. If you ask, there's quite a few people on that kind of know a lot of the answers, so hopefully one or two of them may answer any questions you have about sprues, goo, me, the channel. Anyway, so I'm going to crack on. So the first one I want to do is part of this. Basically, let's put the whole big panel on here, but obviously I want to cut bits out because obviously it goes over the area it really needs to. And obviously the other thing I need to do is film, because I filmed, well, I haven't filmed anything since, well, I was last here with you guys, really. So yeah, been quite a while since I've done any filming. Well, quite a while since I've done anything to this, really. Man, how do I get my music working though? It's too quiet. I say everything seems to say it's working, but you're not. I've got no sound. There we go. Troubleshooting sound problems. We'll let that run, see if anything comes up. Yes, it keeps wanting to go to the headset. How do I change it to go from the headset? I will do some stuff in a minute, guys. As I say, I really do need to have some sounds. Otherwise, I'm going to find it difficult sitting here for a few hours in the complete silence. Especially with silence, but just my voice. Makes it even worse. Right, sound. So sound's going in. Where's the sound coming out? Ah, there we go. Whew, all sorted. So I've got music, so I can crack on now. Right. So that's the only other problem. Because this is obviously getting bigger now, I've got the wings on. Normally when I'm filming I can just put the camera in front of me and I can see and film, but you literally only get a small section. It's like I can't get this high enough or far enough away to really film this. Right. Oh, now I can hear myself on something else. So right, let's mute that one. But cool, we have sounds and you can hear me. So as I say, I kind of thought for a moment this would be a live stream but no sound at all. So I couldn't even get anything, any of the speakers, any of the voice things to work. Right, do that. Right. Anyway, enough waffling. Let's crack on and actually do something. So I say, put this on last night. So this is kind of like gone nice and hard. I didn't bother trying to cut it. I just thought I'd put it straight on, and then I can cut it now to sort of fit the thing that's obviously underneath. I should go to the speaker icon, click it, and change it back. Yeah, again, as you can hear, the sound is now working. But yeah, it was. I clicked everything on and off, and so I even turned the computer on and off. But to no avail. Right, so I'm just obviously going to be explaining in the video that I put on a few panels. Oh, it's even fallen off the desk now. And basically, I want to trim. I don't know, out there, I guess. And obviously, try and do the same on the other side. Actually, I think we'll go in a bit more. Right, well, I hope you guys are all well. I say I will look at the comments every now and then, but I really do want to crack on with this because I know, as you might know as well, that when I do live stream and I'm building stuff, I do a lot more chatting and waffling like I am now than building. But I really want to crack on and do more to this because obviously, so I've not worked on this about a week and a half. So yeah, there's still lots to do really. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to cut this with my blade. This is obviously quite thick. And I could use the old like Dremel tool, but the problem with the Dremel tools, it makes a lot of mess, and obviously I don't like working in mess. So if I make a lot of mess, I then got to spend a lot of time tidying the mess up before I can really sort of crack on. So hopefully I won't chop my fingers off, and hopefully this will cut into this. If not, I'll just use my my cutters. It won't be as neat, but we'll have a go with a blade and see how well this cuts or not. Oh, no, it's cutting easier than I thought, which is cool. Ooh. I'll try and keep it so I can film it. Whose idea was it to build something so big? And there we go, it's not too bad. Although I think it needs a bit more off because I can feel the underneath. So let's go like that and see how that looks. So I'll cut one side and then I can adjust the other side so it looks exactly the same. Yeah, that's cool. Alan, I did see the new hobbyist that gave you a little credit. Yeah, I saw a guy who was about a week and a half ago. Usual thing, just sort of popped up in like the homepage of YouTube, and the guy, making his title had sprue goo. So obviously, I'm going to click on it and see what he's doing. And yeah, there's another guy who makes things with sprue goo, which is awesome. So yeah, I left him a little comment. Yeah, cool. Lazarus, more sprues on the way. Awesome, cheers, buddy. Yeah, because I think I've got about 20 or 30 sprues left. But say the fact that I'm going to cover this all in sprue goo, yeah, I'm going to need loads. So yeah, cheers for that, buddy. I look forward to receiving that. Right, this kind of went out a bit more about here. Yeah, so again, guys, when you look at this, obviously it is bumps, dents, and it just looks like a dog's dinner. That's fine. I mean, obviously, if it looked really smooth, that'd be even better. But I appreciate it's going to look like this. But in my head, I am giving this a coat of sprue goo over the whole thing, so it'll fill in any pots, holes, divots, whatever you want to call them. And then yeah, it's going to be sanded. Oh, didn't want to do that. Never mind. Don't know my own strength. Right, bit of glue. I say this was only done quickly last night. But that's why getting the sprue goo over this, because obviously the sprue goo, obviously when it dries, it goes back to obviously a nice hard plastic, which is why it really is good as a filler. Although the chance I want to cut this, that's going to move anyway. But right, let's see if I can get an angle on it. Cool. Ooh. Right, so that's that bit done. So I say, what I want to do now is get the fin panels, cover these areas, cover a little bit there, put some sprue goo over the whole lot, so that will bond it really nicely, and I say overnight it will dry rock hard, and then nothing will basically move. Because obviously the bits I glue now, whenever I sort of move another bit, it kind of like moves it a little bit, and that's why bits pop off. But yeah, once this is covered in sprue goo, nothing's going to be moving. Again, I can't stand a messy desk, so I have to clean up every now and then, even if it's just little bits. Right, so let's get my box of panels. But say it was quite weird to sort of see just how quick these dried. So normally panels good 7-8 hours. These were drying in about 3-4 hours. And so I think it's because my room was cold that the acetone evaporates quicker. But say because it dries quicker or evaporates quicker, this just contracts so fast that it just makes a lot of wrinkly bits. Which again, I mean, some of these, depending on what you're making, these would be quite cool effects to have, because there is a lot of texture in there, especially when you paint these as well. These would look like well, look like animal skin, I guess, or even human flesh, if you wanted it to. Right, where should we put these? Oh, let's just get a few out. Yeah, I say definitely just no room on my desk for kind of anything. Right, so say the plan obviously is to get a bit in there, and so the one good thing though, because these are so thin, they are nice and flexible, which is obviously handy, because some of the areas I want them to sort of curve. And I know I've said this quite a few times on the previous streams, if you've seen those, that this has just got curves galore. It's like every part of it's curved, apart from the bottom, which is obviously going to be nice and flat. Everything else just has curves, but it's not like just like one curve. It's like a curve and then it curves and it's curves everywhere, which is why, again, in my head I'm just getting like the rough shape of everything, and then I'm going to use the sprue goo to sort of finalise all the curves, just because they're just everywhere. But I think that's why I love the look of this machine, although this is a spaceship, because of all the curves and the fact that obviously it looks like a manta, which is really pretty cool, which is why it's called obviously a Tau Manta. It's in the name. Duffman was thinking about sending some sprues to you, but a box all the way from Korea with only scrap plastic seems a waste. Yeah, no worries, but you make something out of it, Duffman. Yeah, see what you can make, buddy. We should be some Korean snacks and things. I probably wouldn't eat anything that's been in a box travelling for a while, to be honest, without being or sounding rude. Yeah, as much as I can kind of eat anything, the thought of something sitting in a box being sent to me from a long way away, a bit iffy. Right. Again, I think I said this before, but this is where if I was good at maths or had paid attention in maths to formulas and areas and circumferences and pi and all that kind of stuff, I could probably work out exactly what size pieces I needed for this, draw it on here, and then it would fit. Because obviously I've got to draw it like a pie, so obviously it curves round. But as I wasn't very good at maths, because I've got a memory like a sieve, I'm doing it the good old-fashioned way of offering it up, drawing lines, and then cutting it. So the first thing I need to do is obviously cut a nice straight bit. Again, this stuff's great because obviously you can just cut it with normal scissors. So yeah, if you roll these out, obviously see how I do roll these out. Roll it out, leave it somewhere warm, which is what I'm going to do for some other panels I'm going to have a go at doing. I'm going to roll them out and then leave them in the airing cupboard, because obviously it's nice and warm in there, just to see if my little theory on, because it's cold, they dry quicker, or as I say, evaporates quicker. So in the cold they go wrinkly, and obviously in the warm air, if they're smoother. Because obviously that'd be good then, because then you know that when you want to make something with rough texture, you just leave it outside, or if you're in the UK, just leave it in your house. Leave it in the house without the heating on, and it'll be nice and sort of wrinkly. Right, let's just chop it off. So please, I've got music going. Yeah, so I hit 50,000 subs, guys. So many thanks for everyone who has subscribed over the last 14 months, really. Yeah, halfway to the big 100. So I am going to be doing a video. Well, I filmed it. I just need to edit it. So there'll be a video out rather today, maybe tomorrow, just as a thank you. And I'm going to be doing a little giveaway on that. Say it's only going to be a small giveaway. Basically, what I've done is I've made up some coins. And I sort of paint them, basically spread them black, and then dry brushed with some copper. And basically, I don't know how well. There we go. So 50k sub coin, and then on the back is Spruegeneer. Just because obviously someone mentioned ages ago the word Spruegeneer, and it kind of worked really well. So I like Spruegeneer. So they're all numbered. They're all numbered one. Well, these are numbered 1 to 10. So the giveaway is going to be for number 1. But yeah, so I'm quite pleased how these turned out. But yeah, I really like these. So good old 50k subs, and obviously I've done them in copper. Just because obviously then the 100k is obviously the silver, and the million, which I don't think I'd ever get. Well, was it not focusing? Focus. Let's put my hand behind it. Yeah. So good old me, 50k subs. But so there'll be a video for that out. It might be today. Basically, I need to edit it, so that's why it'll be today. If not, it'll be possibly tomorrow. Duffman, they would be sealed items, nothing weird or things that would spoil. Only takes a week to send things there. Wolfenstone, congrats 50. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Yeah, say it's 50k. Like, whoa, that's quite a lot. It's a lot of people. Obviously, unfortunately, not all them people are watching at the same time, because that'd be even more awesome. Or I don't know, that might be scary if I had 50,000 people watching me. It'd be good for my analytics though, that's for sure. Right, anyway, enough waffling. Let's get back. Say, I need to stop waffling. I really do. Right, so say this is where, rather than using good old maths, I'm using good old hold it up, mark it, cut it. In fact, I'm going to film this because I'm going to say exactly what I just said then about me being bad at maths, well, bad at remembering formulas and stuff anyway. Sun's about there. Give it a slight curl up. So that's okay there, and then God, look at that, eh? Fits as good as a glove on a foot, that. Right, let's see what would be good. Let's try it on the other side. If it fits the other side, then we can. No, no, it doesn't fit the other side. So that's a shame. Because I could have just traced over it. Lazarus, waffle away. Yeah, I try not to, but then I do. Obviously, that's the whole thing with waffling, isn't it? You just kind of talking nonsense. And sometimes you just waffle on about, well, I don't know, kind of get carried away. But anyway, maths, the physical embodiment of eyeing it up. It is, yeah. Well, that's why I sometimes believe that if common sense kind of prevails more than other stuff. That's my excuse anyway. Yeah, it's a bit of common sense and offering it up does the trick. Right, well, I think I need to take a bit off actually. Well, I can actually just glue that. Yeah, I'll glue it over the edge. Right. Good old load of glue. Stick that like that. Right, we'll hold it for a little bit. Because rather than trying to, because there are so many gaps and bits and pieces, rather than trying to glue it, I may as well just fill it with sprue. But at least it's got a bit of a bond there, which is cool. So how are you guys all on a Monday morning? I say it's gone really quick. It's supposed to be about a week and a half since I last streamed. So yeah, hope you guys are all well. But anyone been up to anything nice? Anyone making anything? Is the main thing, I guess. Right, so that's good for that. So I'm going to kind of do one side first. I think I'll actually do one side, put sprue on that side, then turn it around, and then do the other side. just so I'm sort of breaking up the cutting and gluing and the sprueing bit, or the glue screw anyway. Right, so yeah, these off-cut bits could probably, yeah, it looks like that'll fit perfect. Yeah, again, it's almost like it was made to measure. What we can do is just chop off the top. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, give that a couple of seconds. Aisha, I thought you had blew it up. Blew it up? Oh, because it was fireworks. I got to make it first and then blow it up. My finger's sticking. Right. There we go. It'd be nice if that bit stuck down. So going, yeah, I was about to say, what are you guys up to at the moment? Wolfenstone is still painting blood angels. Oh, for your little one. How many have you done then, Wolfenstone? Or yeah, Wolfenstone. How many have you done, and how many do you have to go? Does it feel like it's never ending? Right, let's keep my finger there. Well, one thing I have noticed with this, the wings, or the tips of the wings, I've curved up too much, which isn't a bad thing. Because I think it looks like it's a manta, obviously in the water. But yeah, I had another little look at some like reference pictures, and yeah, I think I've definitely curved my wings up far too much. Yeah, so I could have. Yeah, because funny, I was watching Squidmar Miniatures the other day, because obviously he's pretty much built his manta, and he's just doing the diorama for it, which is going to look amazing because obviously the size of the thing. Yes, it's funny enough. I had a good look at obviously the manta that he's building, and to get obviously like reference pictures. And again, I was looking at the wings on his, and the tips, they literally just curl up a little bit. And yet in some of the pictures I've seen, it looks like the wings curve up a lot, which is why I kind of curved mine up quite a lot. But then, because I've been able to see his from like different angles, you can see that, yeah, they're not really curved up much. But obviously this is going to be like a one-off, because obviously it's made of sprues. So yeah, so having the wings curve up that bit more is no biggie. Because I thought about sort of like trying to melt them and heat them and curve them back. And I thought, no, as much as I like heating things up and melting things, this, yeah, it looked like dog's dinner if I tried to curve it down. Plus I do like the fact that these are curved, which is cool. Squism's working on Necrons, and a Night Ring out of clay and green stuff. Cool. Out of green stuff, should be using that out of spruce stuff. Rysard slowly painting some orcs. He made out of green stuff, and you done the old making them out of green stuff and blue stuff molds. Cool. Also only done 13 to go. Never been a quick painter, but they're going above tabletop standard a bit. Oh wow, cool. But they're looking awesome then. George gathering some funds to get a few Titans. Yeah, pretty expensive, this hobby, isn't it? Really, if you play Warhammer and you big armies and all that, it can get pretty expensive. Right, this is where, why is this not working? Oh yeah, again. So the sprue panels dry quick, or acetone evaporates quick in the cold. Super glue takes forever to harden in the cold. So it is quite cold in my flat. Okay, so I've got the windows open because I'm going to be using the sprue glue a bit later. I've got my mask and my gloves as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to resign myself that that's not going to stick. So we'll just have to sprue goo over the top. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's try and get that a bit nearer. So I'm going to do a few little bits in here, and yeah, then we'll get some sprue goo out and fill some gaps, really. Yes, I kind of wanted to get the bottom, sort of the basic part of the bottom done, the basic shape, bit of sprue goo over it just to help obviously keep it all in place, and then say leave that, and then tomorrow do some more to the top and the back bits. I want to do some more too. Yeah, so I can't see why I can't get the main body done this week. If I can get it completely covered in sprue goo this week, then great. Although that might actually depend on if I get the sprues in time from people, because still a few sprues on their way to me. It's just when they obviously turn up, because I will need to make a lot of sprue goo. Oh, pardon me. That might work there. Again, to say everything I'm doing now doesn't have to be that neat. This really is just to get the shape of everything. Yeah. Model kit bucket list. Hey ho from California. 145. Oh wow. Well, this is probably the first time then, model kit bucket list, that I can actually say it's sunnier here in the UK than it is in the LA. Because yeah, obviously it's, what's the time? 9:46 in the morning, and it's not sunny, but it's not like grey clouds either. It's a bit of both. There's a few bits of blue trying to get through, but generally it's kind of bright. Obviously it's cold, but yeah, so it's brighter here than it is in California. Obviously because it's night time there, but hey ho. Unbroken Barb, South Carolina, 4:46. Awesome. Yeah, I love it when there's so many different time zones sort of pop up on my screen. It is pretty cool. Right, again, let's get a bit of good old glue in there. Well, I may need to get a drink in a minute, which I didn't get. It's like I spent a good half hour messing about trying to get the sound to work, as in the microphone. So the microphone, why it's not working, I don't know. I hope the sound isn't too bad, because I know the last time I used my webcam, the sound was a bit, not exactly tinny, but it wasn't very clear. So I'm hoping the sound is okay, because no one seems to have moaned about it so far. But yeah, normally it's my microphone that would be working, and obviously the sound's a lot better. But for some reason I just couldn't get it working. Because I spent so long messing about with that, I didn't get like drink ready or snacks ready or basically anything ready. Is that Dom? Hello from the UK. Not the UK, Hong Kong even. Good to have you here. Oh, Wolfenstein, that was it. You've done, yeah, from South Yorkshire. Beautiful morning. Awesome. Lazarus Gray in Manchester. Yeah, I say it's quite bizarre. It is. Well, again, I've got several windows. But looking at the front window, it's a little bit dark, a little bit grey. But this side, yeah, I can see a little bit of blue. Not much, but a little. The sound's fine. Cheers for letting me know. Yeah, I say it's yeah, technology. I say I love technology, but yeah, when it doesn't work, it can be what to do. Right, why aren't you sticking there, mister? Let's try another little bit. Right, let's hold this a little bit longer this time. But yeah, I'm saying I'm pleased with how this is looking, and yeah, so I can pick it up by the wings, and it's fine. I know if you watched me from the very beginning when I was doing these live streams, my one sort of, not concern, but my one requirement when I was thinking about how to build this was I wanted to build it so you could pick it up by the wings and it wouldn't buckle or bend or break basically. And by making obviously them big thicker panels, I mean they are, I say I can stand on this and it won't break. It is solid. And I love the way that they've come out, because it does then mean there's so many more uses for making, well, bigger things. Although to be honest, I don't as much as I'm enjoying making this, I don't want to make another big thing because it doesn't fit on my desk. So I don't like having to move stuff off my desk. I like my desk to be nice, neat, tidy. Obviously, you might gather that from a lot of what I say. But the fact I've got to move everything off my desk to work on this is like, oh, do I have to? Because I like my desk, I like my setup, I like having all the paints that I can just sort of reach out and get. So yeah, I doubt I'm going to make anything this big again, he says. But it is that okay, so never say never, because who knows? Someone might say, oh, have you seen such and such? I'll go and have a little look at it and think, oh, that's amazing. But it's like huge. But I like making things. That's the main thing here. Oddsteiner, hello from Norway. Starting to be a massive model. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's just, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, really. I didn't sign up for something this big. Or when I first saw the picture of it. You alright? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, when I saw the picture of it, it was like, oh, that looks lovely. But yeah, I didn't. If I'd seen the picture of the guy holding it first, I may or may not have done it. But I say I saw pictures of it, then I said I was going to do it, then I saw the picture of the guy holding it, and it was like, ooh, that's big. Oh man, I've got glue on my pen. Oh man, that means I've got glue on my desk. So I like to keep my desk tidy, but when you get glue on there, it gets all mucky. Oh, there's tons on my fingers. Hate glue. Put that there. Yeah, glue. Right, what was I doing? I was gonna. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, the pen with all the glue on it. Right, so we'll put that there. Good old from behind. You are, madam. We will mark that out. Perfect. Good old scissors, fire for the win. What's that? Are you sure? Why is it the bum's blue? Oh, it's that cold. Well, it is. Yes. Yeah. I think it may be because there might have been a few blue sprues in amongst that sort of goo. But yeah, it is Chilly Willy's. Well, I kind of wanted it to be an angle, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. So I'm looking forward to getting the sprue glue out and smoothing the bits off. Right, so there's one more bit to do. Oh, I turn it all the way around at the back. Oh, crazy size. Yeah, one more bit to do here, and then we'll crack out some sprue glue. Cheers, Harry. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to be doing a video. Say, it might be out today. If not, it'll be out tomorrow. I've filmed most of it. I just need to do the editing of it. To obviously thank everyone for subscribing, because I've got 50,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And there'll be a small giveaway. Right, let's see if we can make use of this. Again, good old eyeball in it. Oh, there goes the lid. It's about there. Right. Let's see what kind of eyeballing that's done. Oh, and we'll try and get the lid at the same time. Yeah, good old eyeballing for the win. Snip a bit at the bottom. A little bit at the top. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Right, I'm going to give that a second to dry. I'm also going to have a little clean up of my desk. Then I'm going to get a drink, some biscuits, and then we're going to get some sprue goo out and sort of cover this up and make it look a whole lot neater than it does now. Right. So all cut off bits I might as well keep just in case. You never know when you need a small little bit. Right, I'm just going to go and get a drink and I'll be back in a second. So I'll just quickly do that one. So yeah, back in a second guys, just going to get a drink and some biscuits. Right. Okey-dokey. Here we go. We'll have that there. But I still really want that bit to stay down. That's a bit of a pain that it keeps popping up. Right, let's have a go at the old UV stuff. Well, that is what's kind of there, but we'll try again. So I've had that the UV resin for I don't know, 8-9 months. Never used it for what it's meant to be used for, like to make sort of like rivers and lakes or just effects on water. I've only ever really used it as a kind of a glue, but it works so well normally. Right. Is that going to stay? Because it needs to stay. Oh, it's not. It needs to stay long enough. Well, overnight really, to put the sprue goo on it, and then it obviously set. But I think because it's starting to bend so much, I'll keep my finger on there for a little bit anyway. Stunner, you're going to make an orc gargan from sprues. Awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool to see. Are you going to sort of like build like a framework inside, and then the old panels going on the outside? A squig-off. Is that the little funny looking things, or is the squig-off that bigger sort of? Is it like a woolly mammoth thing? I'm not sure. But yeah, so guys, you will notice now there'll be a lot more sort of D&D related content on my channel. Because obviously I'm getting back into D&D. And funny enough, I played a game last night with my yesterday, Saturday. Played a game with my kids, and Yeah, because who is it? WizKids sent me loads of those figures that you would have seen a video of. But they also sent me the terrain pieces, like the dungeon sort of kit. So yeah, I made up a little sort of one-shot sort of dungeon for my kids, and yeah, they loved it. The only problem was, obviously, initially we sort of said, like, what kind of characters do you want to be? So I said, obviously, you can be like a wizard, like a sorcerer, a cleric, a warrior, or a monk. All three wanted to be monks because obviously they want to be like ninjas. So we played the game, but obviously no one really did any healing because I don't know much about monks. So I kind of made my own rules up for the damage they can do. So there's like they could do flying kicks, normal kicks, punches, hit with their weapon, or they could throw. They were like ninja stars. But they really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was good fun. But I have said the next time that we need to be a bit more varied in their classes. They shouldn't really all be the same sort of thing. So hopefully next time I'm trying to get a few of them to be like magic users or clerics. So they can at least do some healing spells. But yeah, that was good fun. Right, are you going to stay? I hope so. I feel you're going to pop off in a minute, but never mind. Right, let's start back round to the front. Oh, that has sort of popped off already. If I can put something to weigh on it really, other than my hand. Oh, as my hand is on there, I'm going to have a biscuit. Because you've been DMing D&D as well, if you could play more in person. Well, that's it. Yeah, it's fun to play with the kids yesterday, Saturday. So we obviously got the minis, moving them around. Yeah, it was really was a lot of fun. Played for about 2 hours. By the end of it, I was knackered though. My brain, cause obviously I was talking quite a bit, trying to visualise the rooms. I make it obviously exciting for them. But yeah, I was knackered by the end. That's just 2 hours. But I've got a game Thursday, again face to face, with some people that live near me. I don't know any of them, so that's going to be quite fun to sort of go and meet them and obviously session 0, do our characters and chat about the game. And then I've also got another game on Saturday with my neighbours and some of their friends. So yes, I've not played D&D for like 35 years, and I'm going to get to play 3 separate games in 1 week, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so one of the campaigns, the one I'm doing on Thursday, hopefully that's going to be a every week sort of thing, which would be pretty cool. I'm going to come back to that because that's not really going to do much. So we'll come back to this. I didn't eat that biscuit, did I? Or did I? I feel like I didn't eat it. Yeah, once you start eating biscuits, I can't stop. Just get everything ready, nice and tidy. I'll have another biscuit, so I'm going to put my mask on in a minute. So let's get some biscuits in me before I do that. One more bit. Right. So obviously my voice is going to go a bit strange now.
But we'll carry on filming. Stop filming because I can't.
I can't actually work that far back from the vehicle. Right, there we go. That's the first sort of bit put on, and yeah. Cool.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that off the edge. Bring the other camera
down so you can get obviously a closer look of what I'm doing basically.
Right, there you go.
Cool. Right, let's have a quick little break. So, there's a few comments, questions coming up. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, I saw Lazarus's comment saying he had posted it. That's awesome. Wednesday, cool, because I'll need loads. Someone's asked what sprues are. I should show you what a sprue is. You break them. And this is a sprue. So everything you can see here that I'm making started off as one of these, and obviously, well, this one's still got a few bits in it actually. Yeah, like a couple of little arms. That one's got a gun. So yeah, these are sprues. I don't know if this one's Warhammer or not actually. But yeah, so pretty much this is made from Warhammer sprues, just because I know they turn into the ooey gooey sprue stuff really well. So yeah, so this is made up of a variety of ways. Some I've kept like this, and I've put sprue goo in the gaps to make some of these bigger panels or thicker panels. Some of it's made up of these sprues cut into small little bits, and some of it is obviously the sprues melted in or dissolved in acetone. So this has basically got acetone in it, which is nail polish remover. Well, it's a variety of things really. Obviously nail polish remover is one of its uses, but the other main application that I've read up on, acetone is used in sort of laboratories, chemistry sort of areas to clean bottles, because it's a great dissolvent, I guess. So yeah, so this is basically used to clean nails and clean bottles, but obviously my main use for it is I put these chopped up into a jar, and then overnight, typically 8 hours or more, it turns into the ooey gooey sprue stuff, which obviously we call sprue goo, and yeah, it's then used to make things with. So yeah, good old sprue goo for the win. Can I check Streamlabs for Lazarus? It's hidden him for using words nerd and geek. Oh, okay. I hadn't noticed. Yeah. Oh man, how do I? Right, let's see if I can. Is it definitely hidden him? Because I didn't think you could hide people for too long. Normally, I think the time that's out more than 5 minutes ago, and he hasn't come back in the chat. Right. Okay. Right. I don't even know where to look. Streamlabs has kidnapped Lazarus. Yeah, I honestly don't know what to click on. Naughty old Streamlabs. Right, let's have a little look. Alert box? No. Cloud bot, that's what he is. He's a cloud bot. I can't seem to find what it does with people. If I click off, I've clicked off the word protection. But yeah, there's nowhere it shows me where people who are put into a timeout where they go. So I can't go anywhere to untime out someone. No. Well, if I turn CloudBot off, there we go. I've turned CloudBot off. So if you can contact Laz and ask him to put a comment, yeah, see if he's still there. Sylvain, I haven't obviously used any of your sprues at the moment because I can't dissolve them. I can't use them in this build, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm not sure. Basically, they're obviously sitting in the box. I'm hoping I'll be able to use them for something. I'm not sure what, because obviously you sent me loads, which was really nice. But I say, because of the fact I can't melt them into sprue goo, means I can't use them on this project. So yeah, at the moment, I'm afraid, Sylvain, they are sitting in the box. Squism, off to bed. Cool. Have a good night, buddy. Yeah, and then have a good day tomorrow. Right, let's get this back on. Finish this side off, and then I can go to the other side. And I really wanted that when I was saying that. It should still be a nice slope to it, which is the main thing. How are we doing on time? 10:30. Yeah, cause I'm going to go to 12 is my sort of latest.
So I'm hoping to get this side and possibly the other side done. Although I'm not sure we've got enough sprue goo actually. That's going to be used for that bit.
Yeah, Steve, I know what you're doing, but that's if I block someone. Yeah. Stream CloudBot isn't on my YouTube channel. He's something completely separate. He's purely to do with the stream. Yeah, I know where your thing is, because I have blocked people in there before. Normally for putting comments like negative, real negative comments. But yeah, that's not where he'll be.
Laz is watching and typing.
Well, let's see if he comes back on, because I've turned CloudBot off. So hopefully whatever I had blocked him is not now.
I need to film some more actually.
Laz is still blocked. Okay. Let's have a look then, see if he does get blocked on my actual YouTube rather than just Streamlabs. Because say Streamlabs is now CloudBlock is off. You're right, he has. He's been put into my YouTube blocked. Right, it should be okay now. Yeah, because that that Harvey Price guy that I was putting into thingy. Although he's in here about 100 times. Right. If you let Laz know, he should be able to type now. Yeah, he should be able to type, basically. Naughty boy. Right. Yeah. So this is what I say. Again, if anyone's been asking any questions, apologies if I've not answered anything. I'm literally just looking out for orange comes up on my screen when you type in at Miniature Hobbyist in your comment. It highlights it on my screen in orange, and they're the ones that catch my eye. So if you have been asking any questions and haven't been put in at Miniature Hobbyist, then I apologise. I've just not seen your message to answer it. Because I believe I did see someone say something about am I going to sand this down? And yes, everything I'm doing now is to get the rough shape. Once I've got the rough shape, I'll be going over it all again with some more goo, just to sort of finish off any sort of smoothing areas. It's all going to be a good old sanding down, and then depending on how well it sands, it may need to get another bit of sprue goo just to sort of fill in any gaps that may have appeared when I sanded it down. So everything you see at the moment is kind of like a rough version of how it's going to end up, basically. Lazarus 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock. Yay! He's back. Yes, I didn't realise when you got blocked. I don't know how you got blocked for so big. Because normally it says it's going to block someone for a minute, and literally it does it for like 2 seconds. But yeah, somehow it actually blocked you and blocked you on my YouTube bit, whatever. Right. I'm gonna have a couple of biscuits, and then I am gonna do the other side. And was it 10:30? Yeah. So I should be able to get done what I want to get done, which is basically what I've done this side, do it the other side, just so then tomorrow I can work on the top, let this fully harden, dry, and yeah, good to go. So here at the top, there's not too much to do to the top, but it's all small fiddly bits. So even though there's not much to do, or in my head there's not much to do, it's just how long each bit does take to do. Right, so we'll have a couple of biscuits. But yeah, so there's more smoothing and bits to do on this. This was just to get a rough sort of shape, filling in all the gaps. And I say then in a few days' time, this will all then be rock hard, and I'll be able to sort of cover it a lot better. Well, cover it, sand it, drill it, whatever really. Do you like biscuits? Morning, Space Gecko. Hope you're well.
I'm just about to leave my gloves on yet, don't I? I'm going to take them off just so I can keep eating biscuits while I'm doing the other side. What's that Starry U tattoo? What's my favourite biscuit? The one that's currently in my hand, as in whatever biscuit. If it's in my hand, that's my favourite. So, one side down, one side to go. Well, I say down. That does need a lot more ooey gooey stuff, more angles, obviously a lot more smoothing. But for the moment, it's done. Have a little bit of a tidy up. Dom, is there a colour scheme? Yeah, black. Because it's so big, yeah, I'm not going to mess about too much with the colour. I'm just going to spray paint it black, and then I'm probably going to go over and do a dry brush of silver, just because I like the look that it gives. So it's not like obviously going to be a solid black, it's going to be black, but look like it's metallic. So yes, it really is going to be a simple paint job on this. Another area. Why are you not sticking? Yeah, because I'm going to be spending so long on the filling this in with the sprue goo, sanding it down is going to take me quite a while. And so I'm really enjoying painting. Painting little minifigures I am loving now. I didn't used to. I absolutely love it now. And I think it's a combination of having a decent brush. So I get my brushes from Artiscapade, link in the description. And using the new D&D range of paints from, well, they're not new, but they're new to me. The D&D range of paints from Army Painter. Just lovely, lovely colours. Goes on really nice and sort of thick and, well, colourful. Yes, I'm enjoying painting minifigures. Whereas something like this big, because there is lots of like block areas, there's not really a lot of detail I could really do, unless you were to go extreme and make the whole thing really sort of quite jazzy and funky, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, nice solid black with silver dry brushing, basically. One more half biscuit. I think what I need to really do is get like the old safety pins, like a long safety pin, just so I could pin that in so it would stay there till the glue's dried and then take the pin out. Yeah, I need to get pins. Don't think I've got any. It doesn't seem to be having problems staying there. That be big enough? Yeah, just about. So again, same as I did on the other side. I'm going to eyeball it, cut bits up, and just make them obviously fit. Dom, you're painting your Dire Avengers. Space Gecko made some sprue goo trees. Cool. Morning Twisted Monkey. Good old eyeballing for the win. It's almost like it was actually made specifically to fit there. Right, hold that for a few seconds, hopefully without gluing my fingers. Obviously gives me another opportunity to eat my biscuit. Basically what I do is I get a biscuit and I like to break them up to lots of little bits, because when I eat them it feels like I'm eating more than I am, even though I'm only eating like about 3 biscuits. Yeah, Destiny Captain, it is lovely. Yeah, the sun is trying to get out. I can see little wisps of blue bits. It's cold out there, but it's bright, which is rather nice. I say it is cold, which is why I say I'm wearing my fleece, because I do have I have my windows open pretty much all the time anyway. Cause I like them open. Generally shut them at night time, but during the day, obviously when I'm working, I definitely have them open. But yeah, no, it's nice. Ah, Aisha, is it grey where you are? So it's lovely here. Deep flake. You're amazed at how a miniature hobbyist never measures anything and just cuts things up and then glues together. I do measure, generally, but because I'm doing weird angles and curves, and say my maths and trigonometry is a bit lacking, so I wouldn't know what to measure or how to measure. So yeah, I am eyeballing it. And again, it's because what you see is going to be underneath a good old layer of sprue goo. So as much as it needs to be fairly neat and accurate, it doesn't have to be wholly neat, as in there's a gap. I'll turn it around, you can see the gap a bit more. It's like there's a bit of a gap at the top. Only a little gap. So yeah, so normally you wouldn't want any kind of gap. If you were making this and this was the finished item, product, whatever, yeah, you wouldn't want any gaps. But because this isn't, then I can get away with eyeballing it, because it's going to get covered in goo. Time for a bit more biscuit, although my biscuits are like very small bits of biscuit now. So any elder plans? I don't know what that is. So I would have to have a little look to see what elders are. Is that like a whole sort of game, or is that a whole just race of beings? Yeah, I don't really know what elders are, to be honest. Destiny Captain, yeah, I love RP Archive. Yeah, I've been a subscriber of his for quite some time. Yeah, I love the stuff he does. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff I'm going to be doing in the future is going to be sort of similar to RP Archive, because obviously I want to do D&D more. So I am going to be doing lots more sort of terrain bits and sort of boards, and yeah, just general sort of D&D related kind of builds and painting really. Paint lots of figures for D&D, and yeah, making sort of sets and dioramas and stuff. So yeah. I should try not to glue the crumbs. Well, luckily my mouth's that big that it goes in, bits don't generally fall out. Well, I hope. Oh, it's so nearly there. That off cut would have been perfect. It's just a tad too small. Craft World. Yeah, again, not heard of that either. Yeah, I would need to sort of go in and have a look at whatever that could be. So I know this may annoy quite a lot of people, but yeah, my channel will be more. I don't want to say more about, but there will be a lot more D&D content, as opposed to Warhammer stuff. So even stuff that I make with sprues might be more related to D&D, mainly because obviously a lot of the stuff that I make sits on a shelf over there and doesn't do anything. Whereas, because I'm going to be playing D&D, I want to start making stuff that I actually use. Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, so that's why there is going to be a lot more D&D related stuff. I say I know a lot of people have come here because of Warhammer stuff. So I'm not going to say I'm never going to do Warhammer stuff. I'm just not going to do much of it. Right, that bit didn't seem a bit to fit right. So let's start again. Elder Craft World are space elves in 40k. Oh, okay. Space elves. Ah. Good old hold it up, mark it on the other side. Tau Manta can be mounted on a wall. You can mount it on your wall if you want, Aisha. I don't mind. It won't be mounted on my wall. You can laugh when it's less warped to the real way. Yeah, I must admit, I've been watching Squidmar, and he does seem like he's had a lot of problems with it, having to like chop bits off, and they're quite like thick bits he's chopped off. It's like, well, that for something that costs so much, that does seem a bit off. That it would have so many problems to it. You kind of wonder how they can sell something that is so bad. Because you'd expect to spend like £1,300, something turn up, and you basically sit there, glue it all together, have fun doing that, and job done. But to actually get it and then have to saw bits off that are large, thick bits, just seems horrendous. Alright, why am I having so many problems with this part? Right. That doesn't look too bad. Quick, let's get some glue on it before it all moves. And we'll hold it. I've got glue on my desk again. Right, keep my finger there, holding it. And let's have a bit more of my biscuit. Adam Forbes with his random check-in. Yeah, we're all still here for a bit longer. It's time 10 to 11. Yeah, so the plan is just to obviously, I've got another little panel I need to put at the back. Ah, I've done something wrong on the other side, haven't I? Oh no, I haven't. No. Ignore me. Yeah, a couple of bits on here, and then sprue glue this side, and then yeah, leave it until tomorrow, and then do some more on the top, which should be cool. Obviously, I have to keep checking the sides because it is obviously symmetrical, just to make sure mine's looking symmetrical. Yeah, I definitely want to go back to making smaller things just so I have more room on my desk. I've literally got no room. My desk is now completely covered in stuff, whereas normally it isn't. Easy on the biscuits, I'll go pop. Oh, I'll pop all the weight back on. So I thought you were going to say I'll go pop. Well, unfortunately, that is a problem with my weight. I do have issues where I do yo-yo. I've yo-yoed all my life. I either eat really healthily, or I just go the complete opposite and I eat just tons of crap. At the moment, I'm kind of doing half and half. One day I'll eat good, next day I'll eat not so good. There we go, look. Looks like it was made to measure. It was all this cut, was it mark twice, cut once nonsense. Don't even mark once, just get in there, get your scissors, chop it up. But luckily there's only a few bits of biscuits left now, so I'm getting near the end. I'm burning calories like a madman with all the work he's putting into the Manta. I must admit, it's going to be fun when I get all the footage of this together and edit it down. I'm going to try and do it just as one video, but it's probably going to be longer than my normal ones because there's obviously so much to it. I still want to try and keep it reasonably short, so I reckon the video might be about 20 minutes. But especially like, for you guys who have been watching me from all the live streams, and you'll know just how much work goes into one of these. But then when the video comes out, it's literally like 20 minutes from start to end. And be like, oh yeah, he's done well. He's made a Tau Manta out of sprues. Yeah, nice. But you don't appreciate in that 20 minutes, it's actually taken me 40 hours, 50 hours of doing stuff for a 20-minute video. Let's snip off that top bit that's bugging me. There we go. Deflate the glue actually keeps the pieces firmly together. Not so much. Well, yes and no. It does. But it's the sprue glue that really makes this thing strong and sturdy. Yeah, if I just glued the bits together and then threw it out my window, I reckon it would hit the deck and bits would just shatter and fly off. When this thing is covered from head to toe in, I mean, we're only talking like a few millimetres of sprue glue over the whole lot. I reckon throw this out the window, it would hit the deck and just bounce because it's going to be that sort of solid and tight. I don't think bits would fly off. And I say, obviously, when this is built, I am going to advertise this on eBay. If it sells, great, because obviously any money I make goes into this channel and, well, and feeding me biscuits. But if it doesn't sell, then it's going to be going out the window, and, well, I'm going to film it, obviously. So it'll go towards making another video. How well does the Tau Manta fly or bounce? Oh yeah, bounce or shatter could be the title. I'm kind of hoping someone might buy it, but I think just the size of it and the weight of it, whoever bought it would need to be in the UK and need to be near, because it has just cost a fortune getting this thing sent anywhere. Because obviously I wouldn't be able to box it up either, so it would be a case of you buy it, whoever you get to pick it up, they pick it up looking like this. Well, obviously better looking than this. Sacrido, no, not the window. Yeah, well, I'm only on the first floor, so it's only going to drop about 40 feet ish, I guess. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I reckon about 40 feet. So I reckon this would hit the deck and it would stay intact. I don't think it would break up. Maybe what I need to do with Squidmar is we both go to a window, we have each of our one of these, and we both drop it out the window and see how well they survive. That'd be a good video. Yeah, that'd be a good collaboration to do. Obviously, it's only helped my channel out. I don't know about helping his channel out, but I'm sure it'd help my channel out. But yeah, a Forge World Tau Manta and a sprue built Tau Manta go head to head out of a window. Which one survives the best? Okay. Yeah, Cool. Aisha, if I throw it out the window, you'll leave me. No! But if it doesn't sell, I know you want us to get on your wall. Why? It's beyond me. Yeah, the man becomes a drop pod. Quite literally. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Yeah, 'cause I can almost do a live stream as well. A live stream, but obviously me videoing it from different angles. And a live stream and then a countdown. 10, 9, 8. Which bounces the highest? Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Alright. Last little bit on the back. Come on, you glue. Stay where you're meant to stay. Yeah, last little bit on the back. 11 o'clock. Perfect. Get this bit done. Sprue goo all over. And then I can leave this. Yeah, because the back's got quite a lot to do as well. Because obviously I've got a flat back at the moment, but on the Forge World one, there's obviously bits that stick out. So when I come to do the top, I'll do all those bits as well. Thaddeus Party, hello from Australia. Hello. So what's that? Sort of 10 in the evening-ish, give or take. Often, at least the sprue won't come with a warping. I know, honestly, I've been watching Squid Mars one, and it just seems ludicrous that you'd spend so much money on something and then have to do so much more work to chop bits off just because it's not fitting, because it's warped. Just seems crazy. Man, sprue stuck to my finger with the glue. Right, last little sort of panel cover up. I think I did a bit of an angle, didn't I? Yeah, a bit of an angle. Oh man. So this is what I hate. There's so much stuff on my desk, and there's mess on my desk as well. It's like, no, I can't work in mess. Take it away. $10.02. So that's the one thing I like about doing the morning streams, as well as obviously it being a whole lot easier for me to do. Do seem to get more people from all over the world, which is cool. Sacrido, yeah, again, so you sawed a bit off, and it was about 9mm, wasn't it? 9mm of thick plastic having to saw off for like was it 1,300? I think you spent. So £1,300 on something, and you've got to do a lot of time to get it to be able to sort of fit together. Is just nuts. Right, a little bit more off the top, and then this piece can be kind of glued in, just like that. Right, hopefully I can just hold it with one finger or two fingers. A bit more cookie. Yeah, Melvin, you're right. You'd have thought most places would have some sort of quality control, and yeah, would check everything. And again, even more so on something that's so expensive, and obviously they're made to order as well, aren't they? So it's not like they're made sitting around on shelves. They're literally made for whoever buys them. So again, you'd think there'd be someone there, a piece comes off, he'd measure it for straightness, angles, 90 degrees, whatever it is, and obviously size. So how they send stuff out, who knows? Anyway, enough waffling about their one. Let's get back to the sprue built one, which no real warping, just a lot of, well, nibbly knobbly bits. Right, I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up, because now I don't need any more of the panels, do I? Nope. So I'm done with all the panel bits. we are just going to sprue glue now, so we can put these all back in my little box of panels. Well, I think some of these smaller bits I will now throw because I've got loads of small bits. And have a full-on tidy up on my desk. Right, that's a bit better. Last bit of biscuit, put my mask on. think that's about done. Right, let's zoom out on the old camera so you can see it a bit better. Oh, it's all a bit wibbly wobbly. Man, I keep trying to make it smaller, I keep dragging it. Nearly there. Right. Yeah, there we go. So that's kind of what I wanted to get done this morning, which is cool. Again, this whole bottom needs a lot more work, a lot more sort of shaping. Like this little bit on here is nice. This other bit at the back needs a bit more forming to sort of smooth into that. Same with the other side. Just generally it needs a bit more goo on it to make it obviously the smooth curves. But like I always say, with the sprue goo, you really have to build it up layer by layer. If you put too much on, then leave it for an hour or so and it will just sag and it will just dripping off. So it is a case of putting a little bit on at a time, like I've done now, leaving this obviously overnight, and say tomorrow I'm going to do the top side again. And then what I'll probably do is tomorrow I'll do the top side. The day after I'll go back to the bottom, finish the bottom off, and then go back to the top. So say in my head I am kind of thinking this week I should really be able to get the main build of this done, and hopefully sprue gooed over the top as well. If not the top, the bottom definitely will be finished. Ideally, if I can get the top done as well, because then what I'd like to do is leave it. I'm probably going to leave it at least 2-3 days, then take it outside and have got sand in it. So I won't be able to stream that. Oh, I probably could stream. I could stream it on my phone, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm pleased with what I've got done. It's starting to get a little bit rounder now, some of the sort of shapes on it, which is cool. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to make sure I've got everything ready for tomorrow. So as you may have seen, obviously one of my jars is now empty. Obviously the sprue goo kind of gets pushed up the sides while I scrape it out. So this jar now, because obviously a lot of people do sort of wonder or ask about what happens to the acetone and that. This jar, basically these jars will be used forever and ever and ever. All I do now is, obviously this is run out of sprues, but still has plenty of acetone. So what I'll do later on is I'm going to sit down, chop up loads more sprues. So I will take one of these and chop it up into small bits. Basically, you could do it into really, really small bits if you want, but generally I cut these up into whatever size fits the lid. So these are obviously quite big lids, so I will cut them up whatever size they need so they fit in the lid. Because basically what I'll do, I'll cut them up later on this afternoon, maybe this evening, and then I'll leave them, and then come tomorrow this will be sprue goo. So I'll probably do the same for the other ones. I mean, this one's got quite a bit of sprue left in it because I haven't really touched it, but obviously I can put more sprues in, so it'll be higher up. So I'll probably do that as well, just so then I've got enough sprues to do tomorrow's sort of live stream. I've still got plenty of panels left. I need the panels to surround what I've built so far. Yeah, that's kind of it. Okay guys, well I hope you've enjoyed watching the stream. I'm really pleased with what I got done. Obviously it's always fun having you guys here as well. I am now going to have a good old clean up on my desk because it's a bit of a 2 and 8, as well as I really want to get my paint stuff back on here and make it look all nice and neat like it normally is. So cheers for watching, guys. It has been fun. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys all. Well, so yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do the same again tomorrow, guys. 9 till sort of, well, whatever time I finish, I will be streaming. So yeah, hope to see you all then, guys. Okay, take care. Bye for now.